The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Putin and Russia are winning because they're not pushing globalism. They're not pushing a new world order, a one economic forum, and they're not pushing international law upon these people. They're giving them the reins and teaching them how to be in control of their own destiny, setting up their own borders, their own sense of nationalism and pride as Africans. They are pushing traditional moral values and religious institutions, mind you. Let's not forget about that. And let's not forget about nationalism. That's what Putin is offering, and that's what they are gleaming towards. That's what they want. Knowing who you are as a people is important. And knowing who you are does not involve erasing history. Knowing who you are does not involve rewriting history or toppling statues. That's what the radical left wants to do. Knowing who you are is holding on tight to everything about you, the good and the bad and the ugly, and realizing that you need to become a better version of yourself moving forward. The evolution of personhood, the evolution of who you are as a human being, the evolution of who we are as a nation, the United States, for example. No nation is perfect. We've all had growing pains and gone through periods of time in history where we haven't got it right. But we look back on that and we learn the answer is not to topple statues, not to talk about America as being systemically racist, because it's not to lie and say the founders wanted slavery. None of them did. It was a matter of course in society where they had to arrive at a way to get rid of it over time. To stop it wouldn't have worked, because you know why? People who belonged to the Democratic Party didn't want it to end. The Democratic Party wanted slavery. Let's not forget that piece of truth in our history. And if you couple all of that with people who rush to repel and do away with Western colonialism, it creates a powerful friend within the hearts and the minds and the politics of the people in Africa, because they want their borders secured. They want traditional moral values. They want to be in charge of their own destiny. They want to reimagine themselves in their own way, not in the way of a Western colonialization process. The people of Africa are identifying more with Russia's traditional moral values than they are with the abject immorality that's coming out of Washington, D.C. and Brussels. The trans movement, the transhumanism movement, the mandates of vaccines, the no borders, one world government, global world orders. No, thank you. But primarily the decline of morality. And isn't it surprising, and isn't it interesting that Russia is leading the fight with the moral high ground about reclaiming national identity and the ability to claim traditional moral values? I find it absolutely fascinating on one hand, tragic on the other, because the United States should be doing it. I tip my hat to Putin. I do. The entire continent of Africa now looking to Russia for guidance and support with what he's done and how he's viewing what's going on in the West. The coalition of immorality that's coming out of governments in Washington, D.C., France, Germany, Spain, and Italy is exactly what we should all be aware of and fighting against. We need to return to traditional American values and traditional moral values in general. And that's what's fueling the success of Putin and the rise of Russia in the world.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.